Here we are in Algonquin Park. We are here for an ice out fishing trip. We're targeting brook trout. Yeah! There she is. Look at that ruby red meat. We're doing a big route through the park. It's gonna be freaking awesome.
Oh, look at that, a moose.
I'm here with Sean James of My Self-Reliance.
Welcome back to the cabin.
My brother, Jim Baird Adventurer.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one.
Here we go, baby.
We're getting the band back together. A few years ago, Sean, Jim, and I teamed up to do a similar trip, and it was just highlight of our lives. We even meet up with Xander Budnick. Hello! Goal complete! Cheers! And of course, we got Callie and North.
Yeah, not yet. No, Callie. No, that's North.
Almost dumps the camera.
North, other boat. Yeah.
Ready to go, Callie? Good girl. We are on the water, and man, do we ever have a beauty of a day. And so far, no bugs. But typically, nice weather brings out the bugs. So if you win one way, you lose in the other. But so far, so good. So fingers crossed, it keeps up like this, because this is just heavenly. Our goals for this trip are going to be obviously catch a brook trout, but catch at least 6, including one around 3 pounds, and catch a lake trout. Get in a little better shape, which I think is pretty much impossible not to do. And then of course, see a moose. Canada goose.
Oh, look at that, a moose.
Spectacular day. Oh, it feels so good to just get on the water right now. It's just so quiet here, so tranquil. Saw a moose just slowly wading through the marsh there, and it's just zero wind, not a cloud in the sky, and no bugs out. So just so far so good. Got a good distance to travel today, but I think today is not our hardest day, so we should be able to make it there on time, and hopefully with enough time to catch a few fish. Fingers crossed.
So it was good networking thing, so I did.
Good swimmer. Pretty good sized beaver dam to navigate there. The two other times I've come through here at this time of year, it was not that big. There was more water coming over it, and the water level was higher through here.
So the beavers were probably at work way earlier than usual. Like what's typical, and you'll see it especially on the Nipissing, is that when you get all that ice, it's not even the spring runoff, it's the ice that comes down the river.
Oh, the
it just takes everything.
Right.
This year the ice, the winter was warm. We didn't get as much snow, and the ice has been off the lakes actually for quite some time. So this is relatively kind of late in the season for brook trout as far as, you know, when the ice has come out compared to other times I've been here. Does that mean it will be better or worse? I'm not sure. I think we're still hitting it within the window when it could still be really good. It might be worse, but it could also be better. They'll just be there, but maybe in like different pools of water. Whee! Most fun I've had all year. Well, that's moose number 2, and we are just into the trip, so spectacular. What a place Algonquin Park is. Well, the lily dipping is coming to an end for the time being. We've got 3 portages coming up here. It's going to be pretty tough going. We're headed to where all the legendary fish are, only accessible in a small window of the year, only can be accessed by a few with the skills and knowledge. A fish that rivals the taste of any other in the world, and also the beauty. But you gotta put in the work to get on them, and that's why we're back. Hopefully have, by the end of the evening, with any luck, a couple of delicious brook trout sizzling in the pan.
What? Even in the winter?
Yeah. Whew. Short little paddle to the next portage here. It's just awesome to be out here with John and Jim. It's good to travel with like-minded people, and it's really cool to hear what Sean is up to at his cabin and all the stuff he's doing to become self-reliant and self-sufficient. And that portage was hard, but it felt good. This is the big one. It's a 1.31 kilometers, so it's not going to be easy. Just stopped here to take a break. The top of quite a steep hill, and there's these beautiful, really big old growth hemlocks here. Hemlocks can live 800 years old, and they're actually still finding a bunch in Algonquin. They didn't realize we're as old as they were, that weren't logged. So pretty cool. This stand here, they're probably quite old. Water's way lower than last time. Yeah. Back-to-back portages, 350 meters and 1.39 kilometers. So yeah, it was pretty sore. We have the most weight at the start of the trip, and first trip of the season. So, you know, just getting your legs back, and it was tiring. So today we've got one more 850 or so for the day, but we've got much harder days ahead. And it's about 3:30, and we got on the water around 8:30. So maybe that'll help us gauge the harder days. But we, of course, want to fit in more time for fishing on those days. So, you know, all we can do is our best. It is a deep channel, despite being incredibly narrow. Sweet. I seem to recall you catching a dink through here last time. Stay. Sean's got a juicy trout for us to eat. Oh, I lost it.
Getting real hungry for a fish.
I lost one, like I had it on for a millisecond.
Straight up lost two fish. One of them I was in the process of boating and it got off.
Here we are at the last portage of the day. It's not a small one, but a little bit better than the last one. 850 meters approximately. So still a beast. But after that, we just got to mosey down the lazy river to our campsite, and fingers crossed we get on some fish. Me and Jim, the first trout of the trip that we have had bites from and had on for a split second, but unfortunately lost them. So you know, we're starting to get hungry. That was a good warm-up for the day. Good first day of the year. Sean's already there. Maybe he's got a gourmet meal cooked up for us already, and massage tables out to rub our backs. Probably about 5:20. Good meandering paddle to Campsie there, maybe around 6:30 if I take my time, which isn't too bad. A little bit sooner would have been nice, but that should be good. Whew. This is a pretty vigorous trip. Starting to regret how much weight I brought, particularly with my camera equipment. Oh dude, what a beauty day, man. So nice, eh? So nice.
Got one.
Yes, on the board.
Getting like through here, I'm getting all these ones following and nibbling. Like if I had a 1 or a 0, I would have caught a couple through here. I'm guessing that Sean will have a cabin built.
Probably, yeah. Sean, did you get a cabin built?
Sean beat us to camp by a wide margin. I'm getting a little. Oh, there we go.
Yeah.
Oh, fall fish. Fall fish.
I hooked 9 and landed 5.
You landed 5? Dude, that's amazing.
Jim, look at these fish. Sean, hold those up. Look at these fish Sean got. Wow. Those are beauties, Sean. I am extremely jealous.
Yep.
Like I thought you just like caught a couple dinks the way you were making out. I would have made a much bigger deal of those if I was you.
I did until I went down to right at the junction.
So Sean landed 5, you said?
Yeah.
Landed 5. Look at these nice ones. Really nice. Beautiful fish, brook trout are. Just the softest skin, like no scales, just ruby red meat. Gorgeous trout. Licorice.
On the river, you could boat right up it.
Delicious. Yep.
Catch one. Yeah, Ted's on the board.
It's a nice one, eh? It's nice colors.
Yeah. Proud of you, Ted. We're proud of you.
Thank you, guys.
Really nice colors.
The thing is that you're telling us to eat plants, eat more vegetables.
Did you bring a little grill or anything? No.
No, I got bug spray, but I mean, I'm not sure if I'm going to do.
Yep.
Ted's got another one.
Kind of a dink, but let this one go.
We ate them all. Them. 280 feet. Walking distance. There's a brook trout lake. Jumping right there. Is that when he actually was sending me some listing? Ace. Yeah, I'm going to push for that.
Oh, it smells nice.
Into the water?
No, just saying how like his thing, you know, like his shtick. So the bugs aren't really that bad. Are you guys noticing this?
They've had a few moments where you're like, oh, they're getting kind of bad, and then they sort of.
I said we're going to get hammered on our trip.
Should we cook the fish first or what? Probably. Eh? Are you going to fry your steak though? Well,
You
yeah.
probably want to fry the steak before the fish. I would imagine.
Maybe.
I want a fishy steak. Oh. Yeah. Even when he's charging for it, it's only like a bucket.
Oh, that's could have used a flip a little earlier, eh?
People that don't catch many trout.
something else for dinner? Like, grab that one too. Anywhere on the East Coast. Trailer park boys, too. It's really dependent. It's the last homestead in the place in Alaska.
The cabin was cool, and the story of how he made it was cool.
Super cool, yeah.
They never finished it.
Anthony Bourdain, the first article that he wrote for the New Yorker, amazing stories about the restaurant industry in New York City. One of the things he said, when they have like an absolute terrible piece of cut of meat, like, what do we do with this? Do they throw it out there, like, save for well? Because, like, they're just like snobs. They think like anyone who orders well done steak is gonna like not notice the difference, basically. Yeah.
Well, it is the end of night of day one. Jim and Sean have tucked in their tents while visions of brook trout dance in their heads. I'm feeling pretty sore because it's the first trip of the year, and it's not an easy one. There's a lot of, I think Sean was saying there's like 113 total kilometers with 24 or 28 kilometers of portaging, so not an easy one. But was it ever a beautiful day, and we managed to put a few trout in the pan, sat around the fire, told some stories, chatted, and we are going to head to bed. But yeah, feeling pretty sore, and there's a lot more to come, but a lot better fishing to come potentially. All in all, a great day. I'll catch you in the morning.
I guess we should have tarped some wood over last night.
Some beautiful liquid sunshine.
Nothing, eh?
Oh, I actually lost a little one there.
Hey Ted, if you want, you can make some cowboy coffee.
Good.
Well, it is a soggy morning. Callie ran off with one of my neoprene booties, and I looked for that for a while. Thankfully, I found it reasonably close by in a bog. And then, but she also came to say good morning and pushed the fly apart in my shoes. I woke up with a puddle of water in my shoes. I think it's just kind of funny, really. Jim and I will be departing from Sean at this point. We'll be pushing forward. He'll be heading back. He's got some prior commitments, some things he's got to get done. And Jim and I have our work cut out for us. We've got quite the next 2 days in particular. Hopefully we get on some trout today, and we catch the Algonquin record brook trout. We'll just call it an even 10-pounder we're looking for. A turtle egg nest. You can see all the shells here. It's pretty cool. Where we camped here was actually an old logging road that's been decommissioned. Definitely can't get along the road anymore. You see it's totally overgrown, other than where people have been camping and maintaining it. And that's why it's kind of sandy, and all the turtles like making their nests here. And it was a nice flat campsite for us, raised up and above the boggy floodplains of the creek. So we'll take it. Old 2 timbers and a piece of steel where there was a bridge here. As you can see on the other side, there's just absolutely no remnants of it left. All right, see you later, Sean.
All right. You seeing you guys
Always
again?
good, yeah.
Yeah. Take care, man. Yeah.
Safe travel. We said bye to Sean, and Jim and I are going to continue on.
This double blade's actually a little too short.
Approaching the portage here. It's the portage. It's actually just the beginning of it. Might be able to line the upper stretch and then portage the base, but the water level looks pretty low. So I think that it might be a carry the whole way. Having a pain under my left kneecap. It's a really nagging pain for this kind of work, for sure. A little concerning.
Caught a few through stretches like this last time.
Yeah,
Sean says you usually just blast up to the next rapid.
right. It's like a more sure thing that you'll get one at a rapid.
Right.
We have come up to a bit of a log jam. All right. Tight squeeze. Spruce trees down on the river. Almost blocked passage.
Did it.
Rain is back. Really coming down. The log. This is a safer bet. And then there's another one.
Just pulled our bows up, got out, and dragged out.
Well, a bit of a log jam there, but navigated successfully. Been a day of consistent rain. Probably started at like 2 or 3 in the morning and it's been going ever since. Strong, so just gonna be one of those days. It's still actually quite beautiful. There's a really nice mist coming off the river, and if it makes the water level come up a bit, that actually will be in our favor. We're coming up to a short little rapid. We're not sure. We're hoping we can run it. Well, I decided to line it because I don't want to damage the canoe, but Jim managed to run it pretty successfully, it looked like. I'm jealous.
Stay right and you'll be able to get through without broken any rocks.
do it because you just don't have to scout. And then it's faster than running it, you know? And if you could run it, then you jump in. You know, you just start lining. Run and fish along the way. Speaking of fishing, maybe we should fish here.
Yeah, take a cast.
Dad's got a good one, but he doesn't have a net.
Yeah! Nice one. All right. Beauty.
Oh, that's a pretty good size, man.
At least we got some on the menu for sure.
Got one. Well, not a beast, but I'm on the board with a beautiful little trout. Look at the colors. Gorgeous.
Yeah! Nice one.
We should probably be moving on, but we just started catching fish. Tide caught a nice keeper, and I've got two little ones that I threw back. Well, one actually got off, but I could have landed it.
I lost another one too, so.
Oh, no. There it is, there it is. Another one. That's three here. Maybe I should have kept mine.
Successfully ran and lined those two little rapids, and right at the base of it we managed to land 5 brook trout. All right, 2 keepers, which is really nice. We have some trout for dinner, so that's really nice because we got a tough day, and part of us are like kind of thinking, you know, we came here for a fishing trip, but if we just have to blast through all the good fishing, like, it's still fun, it's still a nice to be here, but you know, that's disappointing. So it's really nice to get on a few fish and have some action too, because we also lost several. Just endless rain. Anyway, everything's been going pretty smooth so far. Seems really screw momentum, eh?
I was doing good, but then my magic arm was my double blade paddle was hitting it, crashed into some alders. Category 5 bungle.
Upper stretch is really twisty. Like the river is really like a stepped on snake. We're almost out of that really tight twist, and then it becomes like a little straighter. Just coming through a beautiful stretch of river. There's like a mist coming off the trees, and we're just passing a really big stand of white pines. And just the smell of the rain and the pines is just, oh, it smells so good, so nice. This looks like could be some trout there, eh? What? Take a cast. I feel like it's just like the only spot where there's some rocks, you know? Oh yeah, am I snagged? Oh, what was that?
Snagged?
I don't know, dude. Yep.
Dad's got one.
Just a little guy.
Oh, I got a good one. Feels pretty good. Yeah, good one. Yes.
Nice one. Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh, nice.
Oh, lost it. Oh, yeah. That's a nice one.
Oh, Ted's got one.
A little better.
Yeah, yeah. Oh, just pounding them here, baby. That's a little bigger than the one I just let go. Little currents there.
Yo, oh yeah. Nice hit.
Ted's got a big one.
Hammer time.
Lift it in, lift it in. Yeah. Oh yeah, I got one.
Oh no, it's not that good.
Still decent. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. What are you talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's a chunker.
Woo. All right. Nice one, Jim.
Alright, that's a good eater for sure.
Yeah.
That's two like this.
Dude, this spot is the best spot yet.
Yeah. Perfect.
We come back here and the water's high, you won't even see this. Right. Sometimes reeling down river.
Yeah.
It looks like something floating down.
Yeah, like we're casting up river, right?
Right. Yep.
Oh, Ted's got another one.
Yeah. Amazing little honey hole there. I got enough for dinner. Jim's got a couple. We have enough really for both of us. Jim might keep one more. We'll see, but we did really well and kind of in just a random spot. So that's good because we got a lot of freaking work today. And one of our concerns is that we're gonna have to just keep working and not have enough time as we want to fish. So we've definitely caught a lot of fish. Now it's sort of like today would just be nice to catch a big one, right? That we release. So anyway, we got enough from here, so we'll leave it unsullied because there's definitely quite a few more in there still. So, but we got miles to burn and we're burning daylight, so better get going. Water level's a bit lower, so the fish were in a little bit different place than the other time we came through here. Really hoping that we can line or run some of these stretches because they are doozy portages. One of them is 2.2 kilometers long or 2,200 meters. The other one is just shy of 1 kilometer. Then there's several other little ones, including a 350. So it's just, there's only so much daylight.
That's a rock there.
Yep. Yeah, keeper. Running the rapids, catching a fish. Not a big one, but tasty.
Pretty chilly out today, right? Yeah, me and Ted are a little bummed that we have to rush through some of these honey holes here. Like this one, I run the rapid first cast.
Got one.
Now Ted's got one.
Oh, lost it.
Oh, just had a bite.
If we hurry up, we might be able to take a few casts at the end of Allen more relaxed.
Right.
If we can wait, we'll be fine.
Right.
But
we don't really know.
we don't know. If we can't, we're kind of huffed, I think.
Pretty much, dude.
You know?
I see the other portage, so we're gonna have to go beast mode.
The park signs it as a kilometer. Well, at least this will warm us up a bit.
Yeah, that's kind of like half what I was thinking. I'm like,
This portage is actually kind of pleasurable as far as they go. It's pretty and it's relatively flat, which is nice. Seems like maybe the rain is letting up. That would be sweet. This rain was has been pretty relentless. But just carrying right now, warming up a little. It's nice because getting a bit of a chill. Freaking awesome day so far. If we can make it to camp, it's gonna be so sweet within daylight. Jim says that's bald eagle vomit. Looks about right. Bald eagle, owl, something like that. It does look like an owl spit up, but it's enormous. So probably right about the eagle. Kind of crazy. Hopefully around the corner is easy peasy. There's nothing here, eh? Yeah. It's supposed to be almost a kilometer portage, 900 meters or so. And we put in after about 200 meters. All of this stretch right here, we were supposed to be portaging, but we elected to take the chance because we couldn't see around the corner and put in at the base of the first rapid and paddle a calm stretch, risking that maybe, we just have to pull back out again. But so far so good. Like, we've covered a lot of ground. Not only has it been a lot faster, it has saved our backs and our energy.
There's the cabin.
Oh, someone's staying in the cabin. High view cabin.
You have a dog with you?
Yes.
Well, no. But we're supposed to.
I thought he was a bull.
He kind of looks like one, eh?
He does, totally. But then I think I spotted he has a collar, right?
Yeah.
Well, that's the high view cabin. It's really cool. You can book it to stay at. I was hoping to pop in there and film it and show more of it to you, but somebody's camped there, so that would be really weird because you can reserve it. So I'm gonna actually just show you a little bit of footage right here from a previous trip of that because it's really cool. Wow. Just here in this awesome cabin. I mean, this is authentic. Just the smell in here, it's you can tell it's an old place. And it's really cool to check out. I'm sure it gets ripping hot in here if you got that thing on at any time of year. And one of a number of historic ranger cabins or shelter huts strategically located throughout Algonquin Park. After a hard day of patrolling and maintaining the park's vast interior, the cabin was a welcome sight for wearied park rangers. Originally built in 1922 on the site of an old J.R. Booth lumber camp, it was home for 2 rangers for 6 years. Wow. Before being struck by lightning and burnt to the ground in July of 1928. Immediately after the fire, the cabin was reconstructed for $37.50. Wow, times have changed. Well below the budgeted $50. Careful examination of the site and your trip down to the river will reveal old foundations, dams, and logging chutes, now mere remnants of the Algonquin Park's rich logging heritage. Pretty cool. Little rapid here. Shouldn't be a problem to line, run, or portage, or wade.
Oh yeah.
Woo! Catch a few?
Little.
Thank God we didn't portage that whole stretch of high falls. No time for anything fancy pants.
No.
So we're eating this double tortilla and the peanut butter. Second last portage lining scout or run of the day. It is 4:15, and after this portage we have a potential 2.2 kilometer one, but we're thinking we're going to be able to line and run that. They have chest waders on. There's a deep pocket there. Got them down the chest waders. If we can do that down Allen Rapid, be no sweat getting to camp on time. Enough time to cook up some fish in the daylight. It is 5:30 and we are just approaching Allen's Rapid, which is a 2.2 kilometer long portage, which I would imagine would take at least 3 hours. So then it would be dark and our campsite's downriver, I don't know, 1.5 kilometers, 2 kilometers from there. So we're kind of relying that we'll be able to line and run this rapid. Like if we had to, I'm sure we could just camp along the trail somewhere, you know, if it was actually dark. Even if we had to do the portage, we probably could pull it off. Anyway, looks like it's gonna be just fun. A nice one.
There's one spot, if I remember right, that gets calm right at the base of one rapid. It's calm for a bit.
I think though that might have been, might not be there because of the low water.
Right.
You know, I think last time I caught a few big ones and not so many dinks. I think it's just because I was using heavy tackle.
Yeah.
There we go. A dink. Woo! Woo! We did it!
We did it! That's one of the largest consistent wades I've ever done. That was crazy.
Thankfully, we were able to wade the whole way. Otherwise, we would have been hard pressed to make it. Might have ended up camping along the Fort Dodge Trail. But we did it.
In the boat. Good boy. Good boy.
$7.20. Well, our campsite is just around the corner on the right, and it's been a long day with some pretty nasty weather, but it's been satisfying, and we have caught some delicious brook trout for dinner. Some good sized ones too, nothing giant. I haven't met my goal of catching a 3-pounder yet. It's one of my goals for the trip, but I got one that's probably getting close to 2, so that's pretty good. And definitely no complaining. It's nice that the rain let up as well. Amazing stretch of river and pretty awesome adventure. Right now, just getting a camp and getting a fire going, getting a tent set up, and some warm, snuggly hot chocolate maybe, or coffee even, and just cooking up these delicious brook trout. So I feel like we've earned it.
And there it is. Our campsite.
How is it?
Good.
Nice, bud.
It doesn't look like the best fishing, but it might actually not be bad.
Good job today.
There's even moose bone for North to chew on.
Oh, cool. Just arriving at camp. We did it, Jim.
We did it.
7:45 on the dot.
7:45.
Pushing it pretty close.
North, come here. Come here. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Oh, yes, you were. Yes, you're a very good boy. Are there moose bones here for you? Yes, there are. Moose bones. Moose bones for you. What a good boy.
There's moose bones here. Oh, are you chewing a bone? Oh, do you have a bone? North has a bone after a hard day's work. Good boy, North. Wow. Nice sight, honestly. There's a flat spot and we'll take it. Maybe not the best sight on the river, but pretty sweet, man. You a hungry boy, North? Kibbles. Good boy. You earned your food. Yes, you did. Good boy. He's also just so friendly to everyone.
Oh my god, yeah.
Very smart boy.
He just looks so regal and wolf-like. Stopping everywhere, man. Breathe the mountain air, man. Sleep the desert stare, man. It rained real hard for a long time today, and I'm quite wet. Just like from this morning, I was already wet, just from the rain. But then, while lining the canoe, one time I hit a deep pool,
and came up to about here, and my chest waders, and a bunch of water just whipped down my chest waders. And so now I'm extra wet. And so I'm gonna get changed. Still a bunch of chores. Gotta chop wood, clean the trout, get a fire going. You know, maybe I'll even whip up a coffee. Overall, it was, oh, hello, North. Good boy. Good. But overall, it was a beautiful day. You know, even though it pissed rain and I'm soaked, and a lot of people would be a lot more miserable, I think, than I am, but it's just a really fun adventure, and still so much to go. And this trip is awesome. You know, Algonquin Park is just so amazing. We've seen 2 moose and caught these wild trout deep into this backcountry. We're really fortunate to have it, so got to get in here while I still can. Hope I ended up bringing that extra pair of pants. Yes, I hadn't really realized how soaked my clothes actually were. So this feels really, really good. Tomorrow, I have to put my wet clothes back on. I didn't bring enough to risk getting the other set wet. So that could be dangerous. Should always keep a set of clothes dry.
Soldier shed his lifeblood on my blade.
One you caught bigger than mine, I think, eh?
Dude, that one's big, yeah. I'm telling you.
Want some with your fish?
No, I'm okay.
Really?
Yeah, I just want. I don't have any room for noodles after all this fish.
You don't have room for noodles.
I gotta eat like 20 pounds of
You don't
fish.
have room for ramen? Ramen might as well be cotton candy. Like, you don't have room for it. Nobody can say they don't have room for cotton candy. You can say you don't want it. I'm gonna say you don't have room.
You know, it never really comes up, Ted.
That day we were making banners, right? I juiced from the first round of banners. We just make it.
Dude, remember on Manitoba when we paddled what turned out to be 43 kilometers? Beasting into a headwind in the catamaran?
Yeah, well, this brook trout is delicious. So good.
Remember that 6-pounder, that 6.5-pounder we ate? That we cut up into salmon steak? That was pretty epic.
Yeah. Better than yesterday.
I think so. Usually the first one's always the best, I find. But
It's got a bit of a smoky flavor to it, so I'm just cooking on a smoker.
fire's pretty much out.
You're not gonna have any of this?
I mean, I don't think so, man. I still have 2 more of these fish to eat, and I just ate the biggest one already.
Oh, so I've made a lot of them.
Yeah, I guess I'll try to pack some down. I don't want to go to waste.
One of them is just Mr. Noodles, it's pretty good, but the other ones are from the dollar store, so I really don't know. They're probably awful.
Maybe they're fine.
Want to try it? Let's just slurp it up, mukbang it. Wow. This is the last fish of the night. Looks good. It was a good feast. We had 3 each, but I feel like we earned it. It was a tough day, and also we got a really tough day tomorrow, so we definitely need our calories, especially because we didn't bring a ton of calorie-rich, protein-rich food. I'm glad this campsite was here for us and that nobody else was here. Anyway, good feast. I'm just gonna finish this last brook trout off and then start getting ready for bed. Somehow North seems to have injured himself. We can't see any injury on him. He seemed to be sleeping in, which was weird. And then when he stands up, he's whining and in pain. We'll have to play it by ear, but he's definitely a priority. We'd have to change our plans to take care of him, to ration our food and like make a way to carry him like in one of our float bags. But hopefully it doesn't come to that.
Yeah, like definitely something's wrong. Like he's not in pain right now because that's why he doesn't want to move.
He walks around all right. It's not some like life-threatening thing by any means, but he's just such a good boy and we love him so much, don't we, North? And so we just want to take the best care of him.
We love you, North. You're a good boy. You're the goodest boy.
Yes, you are. You're such a good boy.
Just a freak thing. He wasn't even acting too vigorous. We'll make sure to take care of him, might change our plans somewhat. We're just gonna do everything we can do.
Some bacon? Good boy.
Here comes the sun. Ba-da-da-da.
It is a chilly, chilly morning, and nothing makes you realize it more than putting on your wet clothes. My GoPro told me that it was below the freezing point this morning, so it was gonna not use the screen to conserve battery or something. So maybe to actually dip below freezing at one point. The campsite was good to us, served its purpose. Let's organize some of this wood for the next group here, so they got some. Nothing crazy, but enough to get their initial fire going. Tough day ahead, but some beautiful stretch of river as well, so really looking forward to it. Well, 8 o'clock on the dot. Would have been nice to get started a little earlier, but not too bad. And it is a beautiful day. Mist rising across the river as the sun rose. All the birds singing their morning songs. And the sound of the trickling water and streams of trout dancing on the end of our lines ahead. And adventure that awaits us. Absolutely spectacular. We have just encountered quite the dramatic log jam here. Oh, nice, you got over.
Edge there?
Yeah.
I could put him in there.
Good boy. North seems to be conscious of his limitations, and he'll just kind of lay down and stay close, and we're just helping him in and out of the canoe. And he seems to be okay to just kind of walk. At the worst case scenario, we'd have to carry him. You know, he's not a heavy dog, but holding him like this is pretty tough. So anyway, if we have to do that, we have to do that, and we'll just do leapfrog trips on the long ones, so we're never too far from him, and we can manage it. So all in all, we'll get it done, even if we had to carry him the whole way. Try our best at everything and just make sure we take care of him. So I think it's going to be okay. North is well aware, and he knows very much that we're helping him. Sometimes when dogs have an injury, they can snap at you and stuff, right? Even if it's your own dog. Not common, but North is not like that at all. So that's really good.
Maybe you should let me get out first.
Sure.
Maybe it's his front is hurting.
I thought his left front leg was hurting him.
Yeah, because did you see how that was hurting him?
He's doing fine though, eh? So this site, it actually was a World War II POW camp. So there must have been an old logging road in here, and that's what they had here. POW camp from World War II. Crazy, all the way in Algonquin Park. That's pretty wild. There's a bunch of old relics. They didn't mess around back then. They certainly went heavy on the steel. The size of these pots. It's a leftover old stovetop there from an oven, wood burning oven. Look at that pan. It's a big one. It's interesting how it's just garbage left out here. And if I were to leave some garbage, it would be littering and horrible and upsetting. But after 100 years or so, and then longer than that, it becomes historical, it becomes interesting. You know, they're like digging up old things from ancient civilizations. And a lot of the time it's their garbage they're studying. So there's definitely something cool sometimes about seeing an item like that that really kind of puts you in that place. You can sort of imagine you being there in that time, and you kind of think back to this lifestyle. It just sort of helps in a way. One more big portage on the Nipissing River, and then we're headed off the river on our way through a chain of lakes. So we got our work cut out for us still, but really good news that North is able to walk comfortably well. Either of us can't figure out how or when or where it happened. We're really not sure, but he does seem to be improving. So that's really good.
Yeah, man. I think it'll be alright.
If you could ever win smallest fish trophy, I think I just did. That's cool, eh?
Yeah. Little sparrows.
Like, at first, back there, I thought maybe there was a creek waterfall.
You know what they call it when there's like a whole bunch of birds, a huge amount, flying around in like balls and turning, and it looks all mesmerizing? It's called a murmuring.
Oh no!
What?
We went the wrong way.
Really?
Yeah. We should have looked at the map, eh? This river's got these twists in it that are just like almost full circles. And we're like, which way is it? And both, this is what it looks like. Both ways look like that. And we just came to a freaking dead end. So we took a wrong turn. And there was current coming this way. Must have been like a weird eddy there, eh? I was so confident. I'm like, it's this way. I was down. Just approaching High Falls Portage. 1,300 meters. Ooh, the current's picking up. Kind of scary. And there's a waterfall. Look at these beautiful white pines all along the river here. They're just gorgeous. That one's dead, but the river's just lined with absolutely gorgeous white pines.
Lie down.
Not all portages are created equal. This one is extremely pretty and it's reasonably hard and long, but nice trail and it's gorgeous. The cascading falls, just going down there and even just walking past it all the way up here, you can smell the mist coming off of it, and it's just such a beautiful smell. Like, it's one of my favorite smells. Breathing that in is just so nice. Nice to just escape the city and come out to the wilderness like this. Just love it. Smell the pines as you come past that campsite. So nice. That's another, I was just saying that the smell of the misty water coming off the falls is one of my favorite smells. And like these big white pines here, just paddle past, I get this like pine needle bed on the floor. It puts out this just gorgeous aroma. It's just so nice. It's got to be those two. I think the pine smell is maybe wins. I'm not sure. It's a close score for sure. Leaving the Nipissing River and we're headed up to a headwater lake, about a 2-kilometer portage into there, and that's going to be a tough one because it's already about 2:30. Anyway, we better just start giving her. We got our work cut out for us.
gorgeous lake here. It's absolutely green color. There it is to my right. If you can pick up the green color of that, but man, just a beautiful spring-fed lake. Awesome green.
Oh, it's delicious. Just lake here. Surrounded by nice tall pines. Got 2K done, so yeah, onward.
We are arriving at camp and we're exhausted. It was a tough day. Thus far, no fish for dinner, but there's still a little bit of time to catch one. Really nice to have arrived at camp. We are sore, so I think we did good today. And North did very good too. Didn't you, North? Didn't you? Yes, you did. Yes, you did. You're a very good boy. The goodest boy. The goodest one. The goodest of all the boys. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. Oh. Oh, good boy. Good boy. Good boy. Everybody loves you, North. Obviously, it can get pretty windy here because, if you can see, this fire pit is quite elaborate. Look at that.
Cool fireplace there. So many rocks set up to deflect the wind. Firewood though.
To travel safely with less gear, it's a skill in that you can't put yourself in as many risky situations. Right. If it's like pissing rain all day and your 1 or 2 sweaters are starting to get soaked, you probably have to stop. Always set up a tarp. You got to know when to not like push too hard or you'll end up like freezing. Just don't have the equipment or the gear.
Experience that like backpacking.
Especially, yeah, backpacking, man, big time.
Mine smells nice.
This does?
Yeah. still traveled a good distance and did over 4 kilometers of portaging today, so pretty good day.
Probably like 5 or something there. I'm finally eating now. My Slurpee, under-cheesed, over-macked, sort of really stale craft dinner. And we did catch a couple of fish, but they were just really, really little, like almost minnows, unfortunately. But I'm really glad we chose to stay here. North, he's improving. He seems to be getting better and better and better as the day went on. So that's really promising. It's just, I don't know, he just like tweaked his back or something, like just something really strange. But he's such a good boy, and so we've been taking extra special care of him, getting him water and giving him little pieces of ready crisp bacon and, you know, beef jerky and all those kinds of things. So he's happy about that. One of my goals for this trip was to get in better shape, which basically is inevitable as long as I completed the trip. So I'm definitely getting in better shape. I think we portaged like 5 kilometers or so today. I think I'm gonna sleep like a baby. Tomorrow we're going into a couple of bigger lakes and the potential to catch brook trout and lake trout. So it would be nice to catch a lake trout, and bigger in size with all of them. And we might even meet up with another YouTuber, this guy Xander, Budnick.
Hello!
We've done videos with him before. Great guy, and so that would be a lot of fun. We're sore, but it's a good sore. And it was hard, but you know, it feels good. Sometimes the things that are difficult to do are actually the best for you. So we're definitely getting a bit of that out here. Finish this off, head to sleep, and catch you in the morning. Beautiful night. Leech.
Good morning, North. How are you today? I hope you're feeling a little better. It's okay. Good morning to you, and how do you do? We're all in our places with sunshiny faces, and this is the way to start a new day. Good boy.
Delicious.
My breakfast is better than my dinner. Last night I ate stale Kraft dinner. It was like really like old, it turns out. It was just awful. It tasted like a newspaper. Bacon was good. And of course, we will save a little for North. Won't we, North? Of course. Oh, good boy. Oh, beautiful morning. Absolutely no wind, just dead calm, super quiet. And we took our time breaking camp. It's about 9:15. It's just really nice to have a little bit of a fire to warm ourselves by this morning and just enjoy the campsite a bit and just kind of take a bit of a break, because yesterday was a tough day, and just recharge our batteries a little bit, figuratively and literally. Just really like that campsite, the views all around. Today it's not an easy day by any means, but really looking forward to it. Slight little carryover coming up here, and then short paddle across a small lake, and then a portage into a larger lake called Burnt Root, where we have the chance, more likely chance of getting into some lake trout. Not as tasty as brook trout, but pretty darn tasty. A lot of fun to catch because they get quite large. So really hoping to get into some of those, and there are brook trout in the lake as well. And typically in a lake of that size, the fish get larger. So if we catch a brook trout in Burnt Root or some of these next lakes, good chance they'll be larger. Fingers crossed. My fingers are sore. Fingers crossed. We are going to get into some. And there's a chance we might be meeting up with Xander Budnick. The odds are high that that'll work out. Maybe we'll have a big fish fry together, but yeah, beautiful day so far. It's coming up to a short carryover here. Should be an easy one.
Interesting beaver dam activity, eh?
This time of year there's a sucker spawn, and if you can see, all around here is dark, but here in the middle, that gravel is clearly where they've all been spawning. And you can see them swimming around. They've you know, cleaned essentially down to the rock here. Really cool. Just approaching, hopefully the last portage of the day. It's 1.3 kilometers, so it's pretty far, but I feel like we got our portaging legs now, so we should be all right. And then there's a couple other ones in several hours from now, but we might be able to paddle up them. They're really short, and I know there's just like current there, and so I'm not too concerned about those. But yeah, no fish yet in these lakes. I know there's fish in them, but we didn't catch any, and we're just passing through. So, you know, you always hope, but you gotta get lucky to get on some. So got our fingers crossed for the next 2 lakes and the lake we're camping on that we can get into. So no time like the present to get started. Finally, this was not an easy one.
Oh, it's beautiful. Oh, it is.
There he is. There he is. The good boy, the goodest boy. Yes, you are. Yes, you are. See, he stayed with our stuff. Yes, you did. You're such a good boy.
We've done it.
Yeah!
Took a little bit of time there to get a lake trout rig tied up. Brought a second rod out here just to troll through 2 lakes. Kind of a lot. I kind of wish I wasn't hauling it all out here, plus the additional heavy lures, but not yet. I mean, if I catch something, I'll be happy. Also, it's good to have a backup rod when you're on a fishing trip, because honestly, sometimes they break. I'm hoping it'll catch lake trout. Even a big brook trout has a big mouth and could go after that. I've caught lake trout on plenty on that size of lure that aren't the biggest. I got my net set up here. It's not the biggest, but better than no net. Anyway, we're realizing there's not a lot of time to fish, so basically we're just trolling. Just kind of have to blast through. So really, when you're trolling, you don't want to be paddling as fast as I think we have to paddle, but you know, we'll slow down in a few spots and might get lucky. Looks like rain. It is just dead still, so really nice. No wind at the moment, so just really enjoying the serene paddle. I got a fish. I got a fish, baby.
Ted's got a lake trout with the Williams whitefish.
Rookie.
Yeah!
I thought for sure it was a lake trout. Earlier I was saying how this isn't typically a brook trout lure, but you know, some of them got big mouths, etc. And I caught a brook trout on a giant spoon. Look at it, look. It's like almost as big as the fish, so it's a nice brookie. There it is. Yeah.
Well, it is about 3:30 and we're doing pretty good. We're probably paddling a little fast than what's ideal for trolling. However, Ted landed a freaking trout, a speckle too, which is kind of strange considering he was using a Williams whitefish, which is a large lure, but yeah, what can I say? It's just a good lure.
It feels good just to have that, because we went last night, we didn't keep any fish. They were all too small and we just didn't have the time to focus on fishing as much. So to get one just trolling to our destination is definitely a win. We're coming up to the mouth of a river pours into this lake, and we're feeling like that's going to be a bit of a hot spot. We're actually going that way, so it's pretty convenient. We've got to paddle up that river, and there's 2 sections. We're hoping we can just beast paddle up, or like just a little carry over, but I think, you know, the odds are pretty good we might be able to make it up. So, but right there, we're thinking that there should be pretty good potential to catch brook trout and or lake trout. This time of year, when the water is still cold, the lake trout are up in shallower water. Same with the brook trout. Oh, good old dink. Pretty fish though.
Hooked into something here. Yeah! Come to Papa. There you go.
I gotta contend with this strong current. Wow, that was close. Yep, it's in a lot of current, but it's puny. I thought it was way bigger because I pulled it through all this strong current. Back she goes. Yep. Yeah. Pretty, very little. Back he goes. Yep. Oh, that's a good one. Oh, I got a good one. Yeah. Beauty.
Oh, that was close. It's big. It's a brook trout.
Oh, dude. Oh, how am I not gonna?
It's a tag. Ted jumped out to this mid-rapid boulder and just smashed what looks like the best fish of the trip here for sure. Yeah!
Yeah! Oh, bud! Woo!
Landed it.
Heart jacket, dude, up the current. I can't believe I didn't lose it.
Wow.
Yeah!
Look at that.
Oh, that's a beautiful fish.
Nice, dude.
Keeper.
I'd say so, yeah. I don't think that's like too big to keep.
I can't believe I didn't lose it. I think I probably would have lost it if I had had a stiff action rod. There she is. Just such an epic fight. Like, across the river eddy and then through the rapid, just flipping, tail flipping, could tell it was big, saw the color. Jim thought it was a lake trout at one point, and I had to fight it under these overhanging cedar branches amongst the rocks. Managed to get it up, and as soon as it basically got up on the rocks, the hook popped out. So pretty fun. And so now we got plenty of fish for both of us for dins, and let a bunch of other ones go, and we've got our fill of excitement. So super fun. And now we got to move on because we're burning daylight. Are we human, or are we mergansers? It worked. It's late in the day. It's probably, 6 o'clock almost, or something like that. And we're meeting our friend Xander at the end of this lake, who Jim just got a satellite inReach text from, that he is at campsite and he has secured the site, which is amazing, because on this lake you just book one of the sites, and I think there's 3 or 4 on the lake, and so it's first come first serve. So that's the one we wanted. So that is just awesome. Just catching that pig, it was hard to kind of move on, you know what I mean? Like, what if there's just, like I said to Jim, I'm like, what if there's like a 5-6 pounder there, you know, Jim? Like, what if, right? So, but sometimes you can't always just keep playing. It has just been a perfect day for paddling. Barely even a breeze. There's a slight breeze right now. The rain has held off thus far, and we have 4 fish for dinner. So just perfect.
All right, where's Xander?
Just arriving at camp. See Xander's canoe.
There he is. What's going on?
All right.
Is that him and Ted Baird? It is. Xander Budnick.
It's Xander Budnick.
I don't know. We weren't expecting to bump into you though.
That's crazy. Yeah, there's a really nice campsite just over there. This one's
Let me see your permit. Are you booked on this lake?
Hello.
Did you bring us any crabs?
No. Or coconuts. Neither.
No coconuts.
You got one? Oh, trophy fish.
What a gorgeous freaking campsite this is. It's very light.
Yeah, it's nice.
Thanks.
Using all these like athletes that do so much for them, you know?
Yeah.
Xander's already got a fire going. He's made us noodles. He's offered to...
I dropped all my noodles on the ground.
Oh
Oh no.
Well, North's got me covered though.
Good.
I heard a rumor that you were going to clean the fish and cook them up. That looks delicious. Nice one, dude. I don't know, Jim. I think Xander might cook trout better than us.
Oh no. Whoa, did you hear that?
Look at this site. Right beside the falls.
Buddy today. Yeah. We didn't see one person camp or anything all through Bird route, all through here.
Yeah, if only there was a way you could weigh it.
Mr. Budnick, he has a measuring tape on the end of his paddle. That must be centimeters. But I know that centimeters is basically Cantonese to Americans. So we're going to use inches here. I prefer inches too, for the most part.
Okay.
It's using centimeters sounds more impressive. So we have a judge here. So you'd say that's on the tip. Xander, come verify this.
17 and
3/4.
official.
I'm gonna like Google what that might weigh when I get home. I just said one of my goals for the trip was trying to catch a 3-pounder. I don't think it weighs that much. You never know, trout weigh more than they look. So maybe goal complete. Goal complete. Cheers. Ruby red meat, just beautiful, beautiful.
So we caught these at a lake in interior Algonquin, and when they're that color you could tell they're eating a lot of specific food that's going to make their flesh that color. Maybe freshwater crustaceans. Seems like he's doing okay, eh? He's definitely, hopefully nothing's really wrong with North, eh?
How's your trip been?
It's been good, man. A 6-day trip, but I got to meet up with these 2 legends, cooking some brookies, and hanging out.
I heard that calling someone a legend means they're like old and kind of washed up a bit. Is that true?
It's like, it's kind of, it's, if you're open a thesaurus, it's up there with, you know, senile, decrepit.
And so you saw 2 moose?
Saw mama and its baby. Pretty magical moment. Like, I was bungling my fishing rod because I got hooked on like a log underwater, and they actually like chilled there long enough for me to actually have my long lens on them and bungle out my fishing rod. It was great. 'Cause it's like, I'm not used to seeing wildlife because I usually scare them like way before I'm able to see them. So this was like a magical moment.
Cool.
How much bungling would you say you do compared to me and Ted?
Slightly less.
Slightly less.
Yeah.
Good for you.
The Bungle brothers.
Overdone already.
Jim.
Good?
Yep. Xander's was a little better.
Can I say that again?
Was it?
Yeah.
Son of a...
Yeah.
That's good.
I can teach you more. I've already taught you everything you know up to this point, so... Xander, what do you think about our route?
Oh, you guys are screwed. I was there yesterday, man, early in the morning, and that is a distance away.
You think we're gonna make it?
Yeah, but it's gonna be an awful day. Upriver paddling hard. That is a windy river.
I know, right?
Yeah.
That's really good. The second one tastes better, and it's a bigger one.
Is that like... Well, it's all part of the story.
And coffee.
You having coffee right now?
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
That's cool.
Hudson, just like learning so many things. He thinks everything's cool. He wanted to come on this trip in 30-pound lake trout in the Yukon. It's got like...
Here, Jim.
Oh! Thanks, Ted. Look a lot.
Like more afraid grizzly country for sure. I mean, I put it a bit further.
I just want it somewhere where I can hear it.
Well, it's time to go to bed.
Good morning. Looks like Xander and Jim have got a fire going. Didn't even hear it. I just woke up to the sounds of them snapping sticks. That's nice. Get some water on, some coffee, make some breakfast, and pack up and head out because we got a full day. It's a red sky this morning. which is, they say, red sky morning, sailor's warning. So it's possible we'll be in for some bad weather today, but fingers crossed that holds off. Should be a fun adventure today. We should get into some more trout. We will see. But it's a long way to our campsite. Hopefully we can make it. But we usually do. So anyway, beautiful spot here and a beautiful morning.
Oh, North. Good morning. Good morning to you. Did you sleep well, North? Did you dream today? Good.
Guess we're in the middle of the
So this is the part where I sort my food for the day. Got one more oatmeal breakfast. I have eggs, which I don't really want. I'll eat those tomorrow. So it's oatmeal or no meal. Bacon, beef jerky out for lunch, coffee, 2 Cliff Bars, 2 trail mix, 1 fruit bar. That's it. And I had some tortillas, peanut butter, but I've run out of those. Definitely have to get out of here because all I have left is 1 breakfast. Well, I can split it to 2. Pasta, freeze-dried dinner. Actually, I could go for a bit longer. I just have to eat a dinner for breakfast. It's good to bring an extra meal roughly for every 7 days you're out, but because this trip was so hard and I could easily see something happening or needing more time, I still brought an extra meal.
Cheers. Cheers. You think it's much better today, eh, Jim?
Every morning there is a bacon tax that goes in to just being in the company of North. So every morning I pay the bacon tax to North. North is feeling much better today. Yes, he is, and we're very happy about it. He seems much better. Good boy. Aww. He's still a bit stiff, but definitely much better. The challenge will be when he's feeling better to keep him from bounding off full speed after a squirrel and re-aggravating whatever it was. And, you know, I think maybe just like any of us, sometimes you could just tweak your back or something from what seemed like nothing. You did all these amazing feats and then just sitting down you tweak your back. So it seems like something like that, but that he's okay and he's getting better. So we're about to say bye to Xander. I mean, he's really lucky we bumped into him here because it was just, he was lost, he was cold. We had to get teach him how to light a fire and all those kinds of things. So thankfully, I feel like with some of the knowledge we've given him and a boost of spirit, he should be able to, move on, I guess, and be safe. So I'm really happy that happened. Yeah, no, it's just been a great time, and we are parting ways.
Sayonara.
Goodbye, Xander.
Goodbye, Jim.
Fare thee well, sir.
It's good to meet you.
I'll see you soon.
Fare thee well, sir, you.
Goodbye,
Goodbye.
my old friend. May we accidentally meet again next weekend.
Maybe we accidentally meet again in a more remote and mysterious location.
Next weekend.
All right. Cheers.
No fish here.
Oh man, I guess I gotta teach Xander how to fish now. It's not about what you're using, what rod you have, what bait you have, or whether there's even fish there. It's just about belief.
Holy crap! That just landed a tank.
Just caught a beauty here.
Ted and Xander have already been out here fishing for a while. Yeah, first cast of the day, baby. Woo! In your faces. I'm a little jealous because that's two big ones he's caught. I've caught my share as well. I caught some nice ones, a couple good ones, but Ted's caught a couple like pretty much beasts. The one he just caught now maybe wasn't as long as the one yesterday, but fatter. So I'm just like, what is he doing that I'm not doing? Is it luck? Is it positive attitude? Is there something wrong with me? Do I need to do some soul searching? These are the questions I'm asking myself. Well, not the tank that Ted just caught, but we're catching fish out here.
Just a gorgeous spot, gorgeous campsite, really nice morning, spectacular rapid with amazing brook trout fishing. World class, world class. Didn't even try that hard, but still managed to catch an absolute beauty. Just loving it. I still hope to catch that laker.
2 more days left counting today, and they ain't gonna be easy, so we better start motoring.
Arriving at the portage here. It's 1,430 meters, so pretty far. So the way I rig up my rod so I don't have to untie every time is I just take the rod down, put one piece like this next to the other one, and leave a certain amount of line out about that length, and I wrap it around like so, tightening them together, and then I take the hook and stick it into the handle like that. And then I'll just tighten it up by twisting the reel a bit, and then there you go, it's ready to pack. And then to fish again, you just unravel it, put your line back together, and you're casting in no time. That may just be the biggest and oldest yellow birch I've ever seen. Incredible. Look at the bark on it. Crazy. Make a really cool sink out of that. Big sink too. So beautiful. Big moose here.
Fresh.
Yeah.
So we didn't hear it, but we just picked up a moose.
Pileated woodpecker, if I've ever seen it.
North.
How could I cut more on the beach through here? Bear print here. Look at that. Shoot. Gotta come back for your camera. I wasn't walking the portage backwards just because I didn't think it was challenging enough. Almost blew tired. I can see the finish line. Last long one of the trip, thankfully. Well, the portage is done. It was a tough one, about 1,500 meters or 1.5 kilometers, and we just stopped and we're eating a few bars and having a kind of a little makeshift lunch. That's sort of what we do, so we don't have to take a lot of time for lunch. Just eat high calorie bars and stuff. Long way to go today with a few short portages or wadings. Hopefully we can make it. It's probably about noon, so probably be rolling into camp late because of course we want to fish. Oh yeah, oh, that was a big strike and just got a hit again. That was like heavy. Oh, that one's a rock. I suppose there could be lake trout in here, eh?
Maybe, yeah.
Bring me a net. Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we are on our way up river. It's a long meandering river called the Tim River. And we got a long way to go, all up river. So hopefully the current is not too strong. The ice has gone out, geez, like a month ago now almost. And there wasn't as much snow this year. So we might do better than we would have in other years. We came through here years ago and it was like really tough paddling upriver, so we'll see, but we're gonna do it. It's nice to be off the lake too because the wind is really picking up and we had a brutal headwind and it was icy cold, so it's just beautiful in here. Approaching a little here. We're hoping we can beast paddle up it or wade up it.
I think you can do it.
Couldn't do it.
I recognize you.
Kevin, it's nice to meet you, man.
Maybe 10 minutes ago, two mother moose.
Oh,
Babies, their calves are bedded down, just can barely walk.
just not far from here?
Yeah, so they probably went back to their calves. I told your brother.
Okay. Cool. Yeah, it seems like an area.
S-bends, they're just bedded down right there.
I'll have an eye out because, yeah, last time we came through this way, saw that exact thing, and they looked so fresh. They stood up, their knees were wobbling, and they couldn't even move.
This is exactly the same.
Wow. Yeah, that's pretty special, eh? That was the first time I've ever seen something like that.
10 minutes ahead.
On the left side or right side, like going upriver?
It's going to be on the left side.
Okay. Okay. Just in the alders?
Alder bushes.
Right.
And like I could hear, as soon as I approached, the two females ran into the bush. We started calling, and the calves, one of them was
Wobbly like?
wobbly, the other was
Wow.
just down. I could see his little ears.
Cool. Well, yeah, I'll keep an eye out for that. Get my camera ready. Just hope that she doesn't come out and stomp me to death. All right, man. Good luck, eh?
Thanks. How's your trip?
Well, that wasn't easy, but it was a lot faster and easier than portaging.
Jim, I heard them. Baby moose cat. You're beautiful. You're beautiful. You are. You're a big moose. Very nice to see. She's really close to me, really close. It's just bedded down. Its mother's probably gone just around the corner as to not attract attention to it, but it's very cute. Really hard to film through all the alders, but it's actually very close to me. And I don't want to disturb it too much or harass it, but it's laid back down. It looks pretty relaxed. Really cool experience. I tried to alert Jim. I told him I can hear it. I can hear him. Maybe moose was calling. Probably wondering if I was his mom. Just calling and calling and calling. Two Canada geese with a whole bunch of freshly hatched goslings. Very cool. Just like the baby corn. The baby alley here. Beautiful. baby moose and 2 Canada geese with really freshly new little goslings. So freaking cute. They went up into the alders for protection and let their babies just kind of hide in this little nook in the side of the riverbank. It was pretty effective. Well, I stopped to film that moose and I alerted him. I said, they're calling. And he like looked back at me, but he just like kind of kept paddling, and he signaled to me like he heard me, and like I thought maybe he saw something up around the corner. He was gonna, like maybe the mother was there. It's weird, he's like paddled way ahead of me, and like what I'm concerned, did he go in like a little estuary, saw something and he paddled off out of the way to go film it, and now I've passed him. So kind of strange. I mean, I guess we'll be fine. We could both meet up at the campsite if something were to, if we actually are fully separated, but it's been a while now of me paddling. It's kind of strange.
Well, I don't know where the hell Ted is. We're both going the same way up a river. But he said he thought he heard a moose in the woods, in the bushes, which he probably did because I saw North's nose going. And maybe he stopped to try to film it and I just kept paddling, and he, like, who knows? But anyways, I haven't seen him for quite some time. So I don't know if I should just keep going or wait, but time is of the essence here. That's Ted whistling. Ted's still alive.
So I just whistled out loud and I heard him whistle back, so he's just up ahead, but he went quite far. It can happen, you can get separated and then you end up just like waiting around when you shouldn't, or doubling back to look to make sure something didn't happen. Years ago, Jim and I did a Arctic snowmobile expedition across Great Bear Lake, across a section of the Northwest Passage on the Arctic Ocean. And there was a point there where we got separated from the snowmobiles. In that case, you know, some of the equipment one person needed was in the other guy's toboggan, etc. So it can get dangerous. It can happen kind of easily. Dude, I filmed the baby moose.
So you saw a baby moose?
Yeah, dude, I filmed.
Oh, that's awesome, dude. I thought you said you heard it like running away.
No, like I heard it calling. Like,
Oh, cool. Okay, I heard that. I thought it was coming from the other
I
side.
thought you like saw the mother around the corner. So like I took a while to get footage of it through the alders because it was like so thick.
Did you see the mom?
No, like it was calling because it probably thought we were its mom.
I wonder if that was the same area we saw the babies last year.
Right.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that's so awesome, dude.
Here, thanks for this.
Yeah.
I heard that noise too.
Yeah.
I just like thought it was a bird or something.
If he never told me that, I probably never would have figured it out because I was listening. No, he saw the calf too. The rain has started. Anyway, a little bit of excitement there with the moose and little goslings and getting separated from Jim. What time do you think it is?
Oh no, pretty late though.
Yeah, 2:11. Still though, that gives us 6.5 hours, like till dark, you know, not that I want to get there at dark. Probably will take us the full 6.5.
Yeah. We'll probably be pretty sore by the time we get there.
You cute, North. North looks like he wants water, but his back is sore, so he normally can reach it. But I don't think he can this time, so we're gonna help him out.
You for a lot longer than us too, you know?
Good boy.
Good, yes.
I'd like to sit down with a river beaver and ask him the things he's seen. Has the moose seen the bear? Shed a tear and cry. Nice one. really good fishing hole here.
Looks like we can do it. It's just deep up to it. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Yeah. Double header.
We're just wading up this rapid, able to kind of fish this hole here by this old dam you see behind me. These are logs that come across like this, and there's like, I think, a series of 4 of them. Beautiful little trout hole. I caught 2 at the base of the rapid, and we just got 2 really nice ones. Beautiful, really nice dark red colors to these ones. Really deep here, eh? Stay here. Oh! Oh! Ah! That's one way to do it. Here, you want me to check the depth? Yes. Not deep. Woo! Well, that was exhausting. We were not expecting that. It was a deep rapid, and it was tough. Like, it was an advanced thing. There wasn't like many rocks, and we were up to, you know, our waists, and we're kind of like, what are we doing? You know, should have just portaged, but we kind of got sucked into it, sort of walking up to take a few casts. That was fine. We were able to paddle up like a bunch of it. So we're like, oh, we're just paddling up, and boom, boom, brook trout, and then we just, oh, let's keep going, and then it just got narrow and super deep. Anyway, it's over.
The site's marked right here.
Portage the night away, grab your canoe and get out on the trail. Tonight we're gonna get on the trail. Somebody came here years ago and tried to make a farm here, if you can believe that. Not very farmable land, and obviously they bailed because the land couldn't grow anything, and it was just way too hard of a life. But look, this is their attempt to clear the land. Not very big, probably more of a homestead, small farm. Some old kind of historical relics here, steel rods. Pretty cool, really. It's kind of wild, like, that someone did that and they really tried and they left, and they're long gone. But I feel bad it didn't work out for them, even though I'm glad Algonquin Park isn't a bunch of farms. Still, I can just appreciate that struggle that must have been to try to come out to an area that was far more wild and actually start a farm and grow stuff. And it you know, you can appreciate how tough that must have been, and then that it was kind of doomed before it started, just because this is not farmable land. Canadian Shield, just terrible soil, and just all it grows is rocks. There's an old cabin here too, a remnants of one.
Look at the size of the timber And look at how good these dovetailed. Each piece was hewed so well, and look, you can still see the old axe marks in it.
Yeah.
Isn't that cool?
That is
And
cool.
the old chips right here.
Very cool.
Yeah.
It's cool to see some of the history of it and check it out and know what went on. And this is our campsite. Pretty nice site right beside the rapid. A few nice tent spots here with pine needle floor. Another one over here. Nice little fire pit over here. And somebody made a little tabletop with flat rock. Kind of cool. Anyway, it is raining and we are going to be setting up a tarpaulin.
Let the beat go on. How is this done? Just so soft and brown, how so soft and brown.
I think, by the way, that North might have picked the smart spot a tent should go. It's the driest. I know Jim and I are two not small individuals. People are probably like, how are you both staying in this tent? This is how it looks. We have two luxurious, I might say, sized ground pads, and they tuck in here perfectly. And then we sleep head to foot. I know people might be like, ew, feet, ew, but it's actually much better, because when you sleep head to foot, if you imagine like Jim's head, my head, our shoulders, sometimes you lay on your chest and put your arms up and like you're just close, and then one guy's snoring and you know they're breathing on you, and it's just, when you sleep head to foot, you can't even really tell someone else is there because it's just a couple of feet. You got all that space. You can, you know, it's actually the way to go. The only thing is you need, you know, a pretty flat level ground. You kind of want flat level ground in general for a tent. I'll tuck Jim's back here, and then I can roll his bag up there, so there's still space. You can keep some things to make his pillow, and I'll do that on this side with my stuff. So yeah, pretty good.
First mate wild caught Pacific Ocean formula.
Just putting on the old warm socky poos. The water this time of year is quite cold. That's why we're able to actually catch these trout the way we are, you gotta come in early. Usually when the bugs are biting at their worst, which haven't been too bad this trip, thankfully. And the weather's often not very nice and the water's cold. But the fish are biting, so.
I've pounded all my lunches.
All of them?
Dog food. I'll eat that for my lunch tomorrow.
I think I have, I'll see what I have. We're about to whip up some fishy poo, or a late night fish snacky poo, as they say in Italy.
The fish is too big for this pan. Good God, good Lord, God, good damn, this fish is big.
Brook trout, chicken and rice, mountain house. Gotta take this little doodad out because you don't want to eat that. That's what it looks like inside. Bunch of veggies, chicken and rice. Carefully add 2 cups of boiling water each pot. Stir carefully close. Let stand for 8 to 9 minutes. All right. 1, 2. Wait for 8 to 9 minutes. Well, our chicken and rice brews over there. Wait, it's fresh.
Good?
Yeah.
Alright.
Nice smoky flavor. Yeah, these are cooked well, man. Delicious.
Big one tastes phenomenal. Right? Big one tastes way smokier.
Yeah.
Why is that?
I don't know. The smoky flavor is so good. I haven't even gone into the other one. I just ate the big one.
Well, I had
first.
the little one. Maybe the fire just wasn't as smoky.
I'm just picking the meat off.
Your big one, all you have from the big one is just the tail.
Yeah, I ate it already.
It was good. What? Yeah, mine's super smoky too.
So good. That's a good plate of fish. It's a good feed. This one's smoky too. So, this is ready. We ate our fish, delicious, and then this is what this looks like. Pretty good. Bunch of veggies in there. Chicken. Trout was better than this, but it complements it. Like them, North? I am exhausted.
I'm exhausted, Jim.
It was an awesome day, but it was exhausting as well. Big portage, traveling upriver. Anyway, it is bedtime. I am exhausted, so catch you in the morning. These are chilly mornings, and a nice hot coffee really helps like warm that internal chill. You're so warm in your sleeping bag, and you get up and you put on really cold clothes, sometimes wet clothes, and you kind of get a bit of a chill. So it's nice. So around this site, there's actually a lot of moose sign, moose droppings, prints, etc. But nothing more prevalent than all of these trees here. These are balsams, I believe, yeah. Just completely eaten all through. Just literally goes around the entire site. Tons more up there. So the moose has been also having his breakfasts and dinners here. Freeze-dried scrambled eggy eggs for breakfast. And there, just like a little dry little ball. So I find these ones to be a little bit yummier, just out of the bag, than the breakfast skillet ones, because there's just like a little less going on, and I don't know, they're just a little bit yummier. But somebody told me to make a burrito out of the breakfast skillet one, like a little hot sauce or something, and I thought that was sounded pretty good. Good idea. So I'll have to try that in the future. Let it sit for 5 minutes. Where is he? Is that him over there? Oh! Good boy. Good morning. Good morning, North. Good morning to you. And how do you do? We're all in our places with sunshine faces. And this is the way to start a new day. Good boy, North. Oh, you're so warm. You're so warm. Oh, stretch. Oh, big stretch. Big stretch. A little too much water in this one. It's okay. Sometimes I don't mind that because I'm trying to stay hydrated out here. Somehow several pine sticks have got in here. How was this thing just packed full of pine needles?
Must have been in the pot.
Must have been on my spoon. Or in the pot, yeah.
Passed out, didn't wake up once until literally like less than 5 minutes before our alarm went off.
I don't remember waking up either.
At least
Oh
4.
boy. Oh boy. It's bacon time, North. Anyone? Boy. Oh boy. Bacon. Good boy.
Hand with it.
Good boy. What are you doing? I'm trying to put on my boots.
This is what he does. But what he does purposely is steps on your feet so you can't lift your feet
Is that
up.
true? Oh!
So you can't lift your feet up.
You're the
And like
sweetest.
breaks his claws into
You're
it.
the sweetest. What a nice hug. Are you feeling better? It would appear so.
What in the hell is he doing?
This is like, he's the most exaggerated lean hugger in the history of dogs. I love you too. Yes, we do. We love you very much. Much too much. Not too much. Not too much. I'm trying to put my shoes on, North. I'm trying to get my shoes on. We have lots to do today. I can't do it without my shoes.
School bus driver, we'd come out and North was always happy to see her, and then he would like lean on her. And she was like, oh, what's that? Why is he doing that? She's like, is it a dominance thing? I'm like, no, absolutely. It's like he's giving you a hug. She was like, oh, he's hugging me. And she was like so happy to hear the truth.
It's almost 7:30. We should be on the river like 7:45 at the latest. You got any?
Nope. I tried a number of casts.
I feel like it picks up a little bit later.
I had one like absolute dink on for about 3 seconds.
Right. Look at this cool ass stump. Well, we were about to hit the water. Absolutely beautiful morning. Looks like we're gonna get a really nice day. With any luck today, we'll get out of here with enough time for Jim to get back for Mother's Day, with a few brook trout for dinner, and hopefully see some wildlife. Maybe I'll even catch a lake trout on the way out. There's a bit of a mist coming off the river, and the dew is evaporating and a bit of the rain from yesterday, and it's just bringing out all the wonderful scents of the forest. So nice. Got a beaver dam here we gotta try to haul up. A little harder than I was hoping. Gotta be careful because I got my main camera out. Certainly don't want to tip with this. Oh no, North! That's a little trickier than it looks.
I thought I could just push off.
At least it wasn't deep there. I probably would have dumped if that was me, because when that happens, this canoe really rolls. Proved to be a little trickier than we had thought. Oh, it's deep. Oh, it's really deep. Oh shit.
Damn these beaver dams. I just fell through it.
Oh, he's done it!
As soon as I step on it, the current picks up. Yeah!
Yes!
You did it.
I've done it. Whoa! Close. Yeah! Nice.
Oh, I never filmed it.
That was good.
Time with the charm. I made it.
Paddling up beaver dams.
Made it up.
Take that, you pumpkin beavers.
There's a little skill, but basically what I did was tried as hard as I could.
Just approaching first portage of the day. So I think we're probably going to take a few casts at the bottom here. It looks really good. They're just not biting right now, it seems like. This beautiful pool here. One really little one, unfortunately. It's pretty shallow, so want to catch some fish. Need to bring to my mom for Mother's Day. It'd be nice, but still some more chances. I think these stretches get a little less productive, unfortunately, but still chance for sure. No dice. I had one like eater size on there, but I did not hook very well, and it slipped off when it got up to the dam, and then lost another really little one. But a lot of bites right away. Like there's a lot of them in there.
Tried taking a few casts there at the beaver dam, but couldn't really get close to it.
Must be getting close to the portage here, right? Gonna yank over it? Maybe. I'm gonna just throw my bags up here so I don't trash the canoe. The water being so high, it wasn't such a show. Looks like he's done it, Northern Leary Dog. Good boy. Little unforeseen log across the river. It's obviously been there for a long time. I do remember running into that now, but we were here like 3-4 years ago or whatever, so Some of these minor details you forget. No bites. Here we are.
North, leave it.
Second last portage of the trip. Remnants of the old time logging days here. There's some of the old big steel pieces of equipment left behind.
Surprised we haven't seen more people. Right?
This campsite, there was a logging camp here and a cabin down at the end, and here's some of the stuff that's left over. Pretty cool. It's a little cool to see, I guess.
These things here are, I don't know the proper name for them, but they're basically gates that control the amount of water that they're releasing down the dam when they're running logs out of here. So they don't look like super old, but look at how heavy duty they're built, and obviously they're built a long time before there's any roads even getting close to here, right?
Right.
Yeah. If they're running all these down the Tim into the Petawawa and to the Ottawa, I guess.
Come on north. I'm gonna go try to capture the suckers. Like a sucker.
A lot of suckers.
Suckers are all spawning in there.
Sucker orgy.
Looks bigger. Yeah. Look at the beaver dam. There's like no water coming through it over there. And there's this coming through, which we pulled up. But I suspect it's also because canoeists are dragging up and down there. So the beavers would probably patch that up. Pretty impressive animals. They alter the wilderness, their environment, more than any other animals other than humans. North is doing much better, which is great news. You know, he seems to, maybe he just tweaked his back. And overall, just awesome trip here. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to go ice out trout fishing. Last year we did lake trout. This year we did brook trout, and I gotta say, I don't know, there's just something about brook trout in the Algonquin backcountry here in the Canadian wilderness that, you know, you just can't beat it. So amazing, super thankful that I'm able to do this, and we got a beautiful day here. There it is. 8:32. So that puts today at a 13-hour day. Wow, kind of a marathon of a trip. So I think it was a good accomplishment to do everything we did. Documenting it was pretty challenging. I feel like we did a pretty good job, and we got onto some fish, so we accomplished a lot of our goals. I'm in better shape, that's for sure. It was one of my goals. We saw a moose, actually 3, one little baby calf as well, and caught a lot of brook trout. I think maybe one even 3 pounds, who knows. But I didn't catch a lake trout. That was my one other goal, but hey, you know, I tried, trolled across the lakes that they were in, and I didn't get a bite. So something to leave to do for the future. Oh, the air smells so freaking nice right now, and the spring peepers are out. You know you're pushing it when the spring peepers are out. Listen. Absolutely love the spring peepers. A sign that you're in or getting close to a wild place, and the spring is here and the winter has lost its grip and a new season is upon you. Hooray. Yeah. It was hard, but we did it. Oh my goodness. Yes. Spring peepers, I really enjoy hearing them every year, and this year I hadn't heard them that much, and I was like kind of like concerned. I'm like, oh no, the peepers, I hope the peepers are doing okay, you know, and they certainly are. The car is still here. And also special thanks to Tori Baird, owner of Paddle Like a Girl, who graciously loaned me her Bob Special Novacraft canoe. It is an ultralight, and that literally saved my life this trip. Tori runs courses for women in the outdoors, teaches canoeing and other outdoor skills, so check them out. Paddle Like a Girl. Thanks, Tori.